Show him that we can win too. Play Jaden when he at full power. Hit him with the mass change. Yeah, I'm the lawyer. Greg is the devour. Heroes, now it's our turn to show you that. Yugi peoples, welcome to another edition of the commentary. So this matchup right here is my top 4 match against Dinos. We meet once again, and time to put them into extinction this time. So we're going to start off with a hero lives. I highly suggest that y'all play the speed duel versions of them. Like, they're a Euro print, and yeah, you just draw them all the time. Like, no, but we're gonna hero lives into Stratos to go grab that Vion, and we just going, he ain't hand trapped us, we going in. So Vion effect, we're gonna go ahead and grab that Shadow Mist effect, we go ahead and grab that Mally. Then we're gonna add that Polymerization. A lot of times what I like to do is like add Mally off of the Shadow Mist, and then I'll add Denier after Isolde, because I'm gonna use, most likely use Mally's effect, instead of Denier's effect. So right there, you see me grab the Denier with Isolde. We're going to go ahead and send both equip cards this time, because we already had the Spirit of Neos in hand, so we didn't have to search it out with Stratos or with Shadow Mist. And now we got our Cross Keeper out to the board. We're going to activate his effect to go ahead and bring out our Spirit of Neos. We are going to activate his effect, go ahead and grab that instant contact, and we are about to start digging in this boy hand. Now, the one thing about it is, like, he does have that baby in hand, but I do have Ash also, so I didn't really care if I hit the baby with the random one. So, I was just like, look, we going for it anyway. So we're going to instant contact, bring out our level 4 Dolphin. We are going to activate his effect so that we can go ahead and get digging inside that hand right there. He's asking, and I'm gonna go ahead and discard the Ash because I had 2 of them in hand actually. And we're gonna look at his hand. You see the baby. He's got like the lithograph monster and like 2 scraps. So it kind of sucks that he had that. And then the UCT, not the lithograph, he's got UCT, and I'm not big enough to discard that one. So we're just gonna have to go ahead and hit one of the little scrap dinos right here. And he's got 2 of them. So when I go into my big fusion monster, like, I just hope that I don't hit the baby. Like, it's like I have the Ash if I do hit the baby, but I don't really want to hit the baby. Now we are going to contact fuse those 2. We're going to go ahead and bring out our elemental hero big guy. And, right here, once again, I forgot to use my Crosskeeper's effect first before I started digging inside his hand. We did hit the other Scrap Raptor, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to use my Crosskeeper's effect when I brought him out, because they always start asking, what does it do? What does it do? What does it do? So, he's cool. We're gonna go ahead and use the Crosskeeper's effect. Go ahead and draw 2, and then put 1 back to the bottom. I think one of the cards, I drew a Hero Lives in Nib. I just decided to go ahead and put I think I drew a Hero Lives in Nib. I'm not sure. I definitely put the Nib back because, after looking at his hand, like, I'm pretty sure that, like, we're going to put a stop to it. Go ahead and link those 2 off into Cross Sheep. Then I'm going to Polymerization using Mally and Denier to bring out DPE. We're going to use Cross Sheep's effect. With Cross Sheep's effect, I'm going to summon out Stratos. We're going to use Stratos effect to go ahead and grab our Plasma. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and, we're going to banish Mally here. He was asking about the Crosskeeper for a minute here, because he's like thinking if anything locks me into anything. And yeah, unfortunately, we don't play any of those cards that lock us into anything. So I am going to go ahead and banish the Mally here. Go ahead and bring out our other Mally, and I'm going to go ahead and special summon out our boy Plasma. And I go ahead and do Plasma instead of Appaloosa because I know he's got the UCT in hand, and like the Appaloosa would get like way too weak too fast, and I got plenty of heroes off in there to be able to use DPE to protect my Plasma. And I also have Book of Eclipse also, so I decided to go with like a more permanent negate. So he's got the, what is that, the True King field spell. He's going to go ahead and activate it, and he's going to go ahead and activate its effect, destroying the baby. And yeah, I didn't realize it destroyed a card from a hand, but you know, that's fine. Like, still trying to figure out, like, I probably should have went Appaloosa here. I forgot. Like, yeah, I probably definitely, maybe it would have been better to have gone Appaloosa here. But you know, I just figured after that first negate that like DPE's attack reduction on the UCT wouldn't be enough to keep him from running over. So he's going to try to activate baby's effect to special summon. I'm going to go ahead and ash that. Here comes UCT, banishing both of the scrap monsters. And yeah, it's pretty much just going to be over from here. The other card he's got in hand is the big lithograph monster that he searched off of I can't remember the name of that dino, but it's the one that like destroys the ones inside of his hand in order to special summon it out. So yeah, we get that game pretty easy, like going inside of your opponent's hand, hitting those cards, knowing what they got, you know, it makes for very easy victories right there. So game 1, heroes, easy. And now going into game 2, you know, there are quite a few situations where dinos actually do like to go second. But after seeing, you know, like what I do to him, like, you know, get inside that hand and, you know, putting out plasma DPE, you know, it's probably not the best idea for him to go second. So he's going to go ahead and go first. And here comes the big lithograph monster. He pops the baby, pops the scrap raptor. You know, he's got the oviraptor. So, you know, as far as I know, to my knowledge, this is like full combo for Dino right here. And you know, he's gonna get the banish 3, so gotta say goodbye to DPE and of course Darklaw and my access code talker. So you know, he's trying to eliminate like all my like big in-game monsters, you know. But you know, I don't know, I feel like I don't know if Darklaw would have hurt him as much going second. Maybe, you know, left the Darklaw off in there, maybe hit the Sunrise instead, because, you know, Sunrise is like my other OTK thing. It's just like if you wanted to keep me from OTKing you probably should have did like access code talker and Sunrise instead of the Darklaw, and you know, probably still choose DPE because that guard is just hella grindy good. It's just like even if I don't OTK you, I'm probably gonna like out resource you with that card right there. So yeah, now he's got the baby effects, paradisian done, whatever effects and stuff, like yeah. So like I said, he's got everything here pretty much except for the field spell, taking some time to think his moves out. And there goes the Miscellaneousaurus with the Doka. Think he kind of like he's trying to figure out how to get the Miscellaneousaurus into the graveyard first before he starts doing all that stuff. So okay, no on the Doka. He's gonna go ahead and use both of those to link summon out the Scrap Wyvern. Go ahead and grab the Scrap Chimera. And I think he believes he gets an additional normal summon. So the Scrap Chimera is going to bring out the Scrap Raptor. And the Miscellaneousaurus is now, you know, we didn't read Miss, but I trust him enough to do exactly what Miss says. The Archaeosaurus comes down. He's going to destroy the Hanky Panky to go ahead and grab that big evolution peel. And now I believe he's going to go ahead and make the Doka using those two right there, and uses his other monsters to go ahead and make Appaloosa. And I believe it's a 3 negate Appaloosa and big evolution peel here for the UCT. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different interruptions on the board, and we're going to solve it all with just one card. The Book of Eclipse comes down, and yeah, we just book all those monsters face down. We're going to summon Stratos, activate his effect to search out a hero. Of course, the Appaloosa negate, bring her down to 16. We are going to go ahead and I believe I go ahead and just proceed to battle phase here. I was trying to see if there's a way I could kill him, but through Appaloosa's 2 other negates, but I think I decided it's best not to go ahead and like challenge that. So I'm gonna enter battle phase, go ahead and 200 attack over Appaloosa, continue the rest of my turn. We are going to Rhoda here, and of course y'all saw that I do have the I had the Spirit of Neos in my hand, so I accidentally grabbed Fireflint Lady. We're going to grab the Crosskeeper here. So Crosskeeper is going to be able to special summon out my Spirit of Neos from hand. We're going to activate his effect to add a spell or trap card. And, you know, since I'm not going hand loop this time, I'm just trying to make sure that I do clear off the rest of his board. So I do believe this time that I actually end up searching out the in shuffle, because I didn't really see any point in like going to go get the instant contact if I wasn't going to go inside his hand. But we're going to shuffle the Spirit of Neos back in, bring out the vanilla Neos, and I want to say that I ended up making some kind of mistake right here. I'm going to vanilla Neos into Stratos. Well, I guess it didn't really matter whether I brought it out or not, but yeah, so now we have the 2 warriors out on the board. We have Vion in our hand. We're going to be able to bring out Isolde to add back. I do believe that I just add back the vanilla Neos that I shuffled into the deck anyway, because I need a high level monster to polymerization, or I just need a monster of a different attribute also. So then we're going to use Isolde's effect, sending the Durandal to special summon Renaud to grab back the Durandal, and then we're gonna use the Durandal to get Fireflint Lady effect to special summon out the Vion to send Shadow Mist to add Mally, Vion's second effect to add Poly. Yeah, I needed the vanilla Neos because he's a light attribute, so because I need the 2 different attributes in order to special summon out the guy that I'm about to special summon out now. And I guess I could have did like Liquid Soldier, but I wanted to be able to get my Liquid Soldier's effect. So like right here, I'm trying to decide how I want to go ahead and do it, because I want to drop the vanilla Neos into the graveyard. Since I have in shuffle, I can get the extra draw. So we're going to use Mally and the vanilla Neos there to special summon out the Sunrise. We're going to activate our chain links there. Or did I not use Mally? Maybe I used Graceful Charity instead, but we're going to search out the Miracle Fusion. Then we're going to draw 2, put 1, or discard 1. We're going to discard the Mally with Graceful Charity's effect. Then draw 2, put 1 back with Crosskeeper's effect. And then we're going to go ahead and banish the Mally to special summon it to a zone that the Crosskeeper is that the Cross Sheep is pointing to, so that we can go ahead and use Cross Sheep effect to go ahead and special summon out Stratos to go ahead and add our Denier into our hand. And yeah, I think like the only thing is like I kind of messed up because I don't have a way to get the polymerization back once I start link summoning and don't use the Wonder Driver. But we're going to Miracle Fusion there, go ahead and bring out our Ab-Zero. We're going to use 4 so that we can make a 4 negate Appaloosa, also getting our Ab-Zero's effect to go ahead and wipe his board. And you know, he had been asking me this whole time, how are you going to wipe my board? And that's how I'm going to wipe his board. Big Chill comes down, wipes out the board, 4 negate Appaloosa. We got the triple tactics talent. And, you know, he's trying to remember like what monster effect he activated. It was Appaloosa. And, you know, we just drew so many cards, and we're going to keep drawing cards. We're going to put back the Vanilla Neos with the in shuffle to get another draw off inside of there. And yeah, it was just, you know, pretty kind of busted there. 4 negate Appaloosa. We got Sunrise on the board. We got a handful of cards. And yeah, it was just like no hope coming back from this one. I also drew the Fusion Destiny, and I was trying to remember if I could actually do it. And I'm pretty sure I could. So I'm going to go ahead and instant contact there out my level 4. I'm going to link those 2 off into IP. That way I also have a unicorn option right there. And yeah, go ahead and offer up the handshake. You know, Book of Eclipse, crazy good card. You know, it's very effective against heroes as well, which is another reason why I like this deck. You know, just like his, having the Appaloosa also, you know, is like a good thing. You know, even though his Appaloosa wasn't able to do enough to stop me, you know, it's still nice that when you get Book of Eclipsed, your whole board doesn't just like die. Like you still have like some kind of monster to negate it. But yeah, that was my top 4 match against Dinos right there. We get the 2-0 hand loop game 1, game 2, just like straight one card Book of Eclipse for the win. And yep, that's my top 4 match right there. I appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Messing with the mask hero, king of games. Mask off, now you see that a hero lives. I pay half and you ask, but I'm winning games. There ain't another hero that surpasses me.